Naureen, the ripple effects of that are huge because then you have more LNG on the market. Prices globally are slipping. What are you noticing in terms of contracts, in terms of what companies are saying?
Right now, it seems like a lot of companies are trying to put an optimistic face, especially in the U.S. Yesterday, Cheniere held their earnings call, and they got a lot of questions about it, and they kept verifying or confirming that their contracts are solid. It's very difficult to declare a force majeure, which you see on pipelines in the U.S. They said that's not the norm in the global LNG market. And they're trying to sow some seeds of optimism by saying that the low prices are spurring some new demand growth from places like India. They mentioned that in Southeast Asia, they're foregoing some gas production domestically to buy cheap LNG. But I mean, that is the big concern. We're going into spring, winter's almost over. Are we going to see more deferred cargoes or cargoes being canceled outright?
Right, so we saw that in the case of Spain. One buyer canceled some cargoes. Is that they're never going to take those cargoes, or they just delayed it? What does that mean?
They canceled it, so they're not going to take them. We don't know if there's any additional background negotiation going on with it. This is a long-term customer with Cheniere, so they're on the hook for additional cargoes. And
that's still on the table.
Yeah, exactly.
So then let's go to India, because you broke a story about Petronet maybe trying to renegotiate or look for other suppliers than Tellurian for their LNG. What's that about?
Yeah, so Tellurian always said that they're going to negotiate through the end of March, but because of Trump's visit to India, there was a lot of anticipation in some areas by investors that they would maybe sign a deal, that would create pressure, because that happened in late last year during the Howdy Modi event in Houston, where they actually signed that MOU. So now what's happened is they've decided to extend that potential negotiating period through the end of May.
Which would have, I'm sure, effects on the contract and then pricing and global pricings.
It definitely kicks the ball down the court, and so then it raises the question, well, this is a massive deal. Is it going to get done? What volume is going to get done? And when are they actually going to break ground? So those are all the big questions out there.